Welcome to Success from Scratch, your place for innovation, creativity, and the blueprint of success from peak performers just like you. Welcome to Success from Scratch, episode number 37, and my special guest, Lauren Snider from our San Antonio market. Lauren, welcome. I'm so glad you're able to join us today.
Thank you for having me, Mark. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're so welcome. You know, I was just thinking about the book I read, Failing Forward. And Failing Forward, I think of you because as a serial entrepreneur, you know, you graduated from high school, you went out to California to pursue some dreams. That didn't work. You came back to Texas to pursue another dream. That didn't work. And then tell us the rest of the story of how you got into real estate.
Boom. So jumping right in it, from California, came back, tried to start a bikini business, failed, and then took a career test online, studied real estate, and just jumped head first. And 3 years later, here I am.
And 3 years later, you're helping you're helping 28 families buy, sell, or invest in real estate.
That is the goal. And
that's just an amazing accomplishment for you. And tell us, you know, from 3 years ago with zero to now helping 28 families buy, sell, or invest, what got you from there to here?
Absolutely. You know, Mark, I would credit a lot of that success to mindset. I truly believe if your mind is right, your you know, emotional, financial, physical, mental, all of those pillars should be aligned, and you are bound to be successful. As long as all the stars are aligned and your mind is right, the world is yours.
So how do you personally keep your mindset strong? Obviously, you've gone through a lot. You've had some failures. You know, going out to California to be a model didn't work. Starting a bikini business didn't work. You finally hit real estate and you're having massive success. So it hasn't been a bed of roses for you. How have you kept your mental toughness? How have you developed it, and how do you keep it strong?
I think going back to my childhood, from fundraising and knocking on doors from sunset to sunrise and just constantly getting no's, I think ever since I can remember, it was, you know, 10 no's would lead to one yes. And I just thought to myself, keep going. I have to get more yeses. Right. So a lot of just the childhood dreams of starting a lemonade stand or car wash on wheels with my sister, right, and being, you know, the number one fundraiser, those trials definitely kind of thickened my skin a little bit and kind of got me through it. But as far as now, I mean, it's the same game, you know.
So you're really a serial entrepreneur all the way back to the first lemonade stand.
Oh yeah, baby. I was strategic, everything to the T.
Now you have a twin sister who's also in real estate, and you two are kind of mentoring each other. Is that true?
Well, yes and no. We both do different things in the real estate world. But as far as keeping each other in check and motivating each other and just being cheerleaders, I couldn't ask for anyone better.
Yeah. So versus competing each other as many twins do, you guys are really supporting and
absolutely.
Yeah. Now, is there, as you think about your journey, is there one thing that you would continue to do the same and one thing that you might change?
Let's start with continue to do the same. And I think that would be to never forget why I started. And to always have my love for people and growth, and to always be hungry. I think whenever you're satisfied, you stay in the same place. You're stagnant, right? Mm-hmm. So to always stay hungry. And what I would do differently is probably create habits early on in the business, of course, because like my mom said, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So starting to try and pick up the pieces on some of those habits, but hey, we're not perfect, right?
So what do you mean by habits? In terms of your daily habits, your business habits, your personal habits?
Yeah, I mean, personal habits from exercising daily to business habits of, you know, time blocking and being more structured, because as you know, in real estate, we're our own boss and people think it's glamorous. Check twice, honey. But we have to keep ourselves in check and keep ourselves motivated. And some days, you know, you just feel like, God, it's raining outside. It's just so easy to lay in bed. And then some days you're like, but wait, I have to put food on the table. But wait, this person's counting on me. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say is to keep myself grounded and on track, because no one's doing it for me.
Yeah, no one's doing it for you. Now, it was funny because before this interview, I was talking to a person in their mid-30s who was talking about millennials.
Yeah.
Millennials are different.
Yep, we sure are.
But really, are you? Or my opinion was people are people and we all have needs. But tell us about being a millennial in today's world.
Well, I think there's two types of millennials. One is going to be the serial entrepreneur, where we've gone through it all and we just keep pushing no matter what. And we have obviously the advances of being technology savvy and all that good stuff, which really helps. And then we have some that are I call them the handouts. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the word for it. Either the handout or the microwave generation, where we want to put it in the microwave, press 1 minute, and bam, it's done. Or the just help, and we want to be,
right.
Yes, we want to take from our parents, you know, and some of us want to really work and build that legacy. And so as far as me being a millennial, I come from a very, very hardworking family. So that's kind of all I know what to do is to get up and go get them, you know.
Right. Well, you are a go-getter. And really, when you I think about all these generations, people are people, whatever label we put on them. You know, we've always had those types of differentiators amongst the generations. Even in my generation, that I could describe those same things. So, you know, labels are labels, and you're obviously making a lot happen. Tell us a little bit about your marketing. How do you approach the market? How do you distinguish yourself different from other realtors and agents in the business?
Well, being a millennial myself, and working with all types of people, first, I want to say it starts with that relationship. No matter who I'm dealing with, it's a person, it's a family, and it's that relationship that I try to connect with. So, I mean, going into investing in the largest asset that someone's doing, trust. People do business with who they like and trust, mm-hmm. and just being relatable. But also, not only that, I credit a lot of it to staying up with the market, what's going on, being educated on what neighborhoods are better for rentals or which ones are better for school districts. So just staying on top of the market, what's changing, and always positioning my clients in the best in the best direction, I guess.
Yeah. So being a hyper-local expert, like I know I mentioned some investment properties I was looking at in the San Antonio market, and you immediately knew the neighborhood.
I know those.
Yeah, you know those, and you knew all about them. So obviously, a hyper-local expert. So I know you and I talked in our pre-interview that all the money's in follow-up.
Yeah.
You have follow-up, you know, from a year ago, from 2 years ago, from 6 months ago. What systems do you have in place to make sure that you can follow up with all your leads, no matter, you know, how long they've been in your funnel?
Let me start by saying this. There's going to be low-hanging fruit, and then there's going to be the high-hanging fruit, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
So regardless of the follow-up, I use a lot of the drip campaigns and systems such as KV Core, which is what JP offers. But sometimes, you know, you get lucky, you got some low-hanging fruit, and I'm going to take those. And the other one, you know, just continually work, and maybe timing's not right. And just always staying top of mind, whether it's a phone call, an email, a text, or just a video of, hey, I'm thinking about you, and just always being top of mind. And it helps. I mean, being in the digital age of Facebook, I like to post a lot and stay active. So that really helps as well.
Well, and I love, even I do it myself, just the video with the iPhone.
Yeah.
Hey, Lauren, it's Mark. You know, I was just thinking of you. I hope you're having a great day. Boom. Woo! Send it by text. I mean, you don't have to have a complicated thing. It's just, hey, I was thinking of you. The other day, one of my friends was doing that for someone's birthday. For myself personally, it was Travis Robertson's birthday, who's the coach we use at JPAR, and it was his birthday, and I just got my iPhone. Hey, Travis, we're sitting here thinking about you. Happy birthday. And a bunch of us sing him happy birthday.
Oh, I remember that. We did a video for Keisha at Expectation.
That's right. We did the video for Keisha.
That was so sweet.
So how long did that take us?
Oh gosh, what, 10 seconds?
10
seconds. I'm sure it made her day, Mark.
And it was genuine, right? It was genuine, easy, and real. And so that's what I think about you and your marketing and all the efforts you're doing. So I have another question for you. Have you ever wanted to quit? Have you ever wanted to throw in the towel and just go flip hamburgers in and out?
I love this question. So have I ever wanted to throw in the towel? I mean, who hasn't, first of all, right? We all have our rough little patches. And I would say the first 2 years were like an emotional roller coaster. And when I say that, I mean, I did really good 3 months, next 3 months down, up, down, and I stood back and I was like, what am I doing wrong here? And you know what it was? It was being comfortable where I was at the moment and never being hungry. And I remember thinking, what am I doing this month that I wasn't doing last month? And you know what it was? It was following up. It was just simple phone calls because I thought, oh, I got 3 closing this month. We're good. Right. And then not working the next 30 months. And then, of course, you're kind of in a bind. But that's been a testing moment of mine the first 2 years. But I'm happy to say I haven't thrown a towel, and I don't think I will, because with a lot of hard work, passion, and my amazing clients, referrals, that's what it's all about, you know?
Yeah. So when I think about all the things you shared with the audience today, I think about persistence. I think about a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. I think about a abundance mentality versus a scarcity mentality. All of those things you've developed at such a younger age.
Yeah.
Now, given your age, which we had to talk about, has that been a barrier for you? Have you found that to be a barrier, or is nobody cares?
It was definitely an obstacle the first year because I think I lacked confidence and education. Mm-hmm. Fast forward, regardless, confidence is number one. That's it. If you walk in and you own the room, honey, it's yours.
Right.
So I think when people feel that you're confident and that you care, and then you can back it up now that I'm 3 years in with knowing, you know, the market and being educated in different aspects of real estate, they're like, wow, this girl has it together. I can trust her. And then we move forward. But I don't think trust is just given. I have to earn it, especially with my age. That's been the only, you know, issue I've seen. But it all starts with confidence, hands down.
And you've had to learn and grow and become a hyper local expert. So you can overcome that objection. That's awesome. Well, as we wrap up this episode of Success from Scratch, any last minute, tips, tricks, approaches, philosophies that you would like to share with the audience?
If you're in real estate, get a game plan together and think long term. Don't ever think in the moment short term. That's one of the things I would share. And as far as for anyone else watching and just for fun, make sure your mind is right. Make sure, you know, you're taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritual, you know, everything else will fall into place as long as you feel good inside and, you know, you have the right intentions and you care.
Yeah, that really comes out. You're a big thinker, aren't you?
I try.
Well, you were telling me earlier you had a vision of maybe owning a 58 or 60 door investment property. You know, that's big thinking.
So I already am invested passively in an apartment complex over there in Duncanville, Dallas. But the goal is to just throw the towel in the bag with real estate and maybe do just multifamily. But at this point, I'm not stopping. I just see the train going upwards, and thanks to JP and all the resources y'all have had, and just a great team, you know.
So before we wrap up, tell us a little bit about how you plan your week and how you plan your day to win.
Awesome. So the way I plan my week is I like to take Monday through Friday for all my clients. As far as Sundays, try to make it my day to get my mind right, do little tidy things such as cooking, cleaning, making sure everything looks presentable. Right. In the morning, definitely trying to pick up a book, grab some coffee, go to the gym, answer emails, and sometimes I'll catch myself, at 10 at night. Hello, but the grind never stops, and so just making me time, and then also making time for other things that are important to me.
So you have a intentional balance. So Sunday is your day off.
No, here's the thing. I'm like on call on like the weekends. I'm like, hello, how can I help you? But Monday through Friday, it's for my people. It's
for your people. I heard Sunday's kind of for you, and so you very intentional about your schedule. It sounds like.
Well, here's the thing. Sundays I like to volunteer with my church and stuff. So that's been one of my goals and the things that I like to do for fun. So when it comes to Sundays, whether it's riding my bike or with my family, volunteering, again, those things are important to me. And I think we can't get too caught up in work, and no play. So I try to incorporate both.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, it has been such a joy to have you on today's show, and looking forward. I'm going to be down in San Antonio. I try to get down there once a month. I'll be down there the second week of October, and I hope to see you then, along with a bunch of our other folks.
I will see you then.
Yeah, and until then, we'll see you on another episode of Success from Scratch.